How are you now and how are you coping now?
When you come out of the situation, you can never be prepared for it. And, I've always said I'm outspoken, I'm fiery, that's who I am. But it being in that situation allowed me to learn so much about myself. I came out of Love Island and I've only recently spoken about the fact I was so down. But now I'm in a good place. Again, you've just got to block it out. I've still got everyone around me that I'm so close to. I've now got Teddy. I've got an amazing support network. Now I'm doing okay. But there was a very dark time, and it wasn't, it was probably the worst point of my life.
And is that because of the instant fame when you get out? It wasn't like you were on the first 2 or 3 series of Love Island. You knew that your life was going to change, of course. But I assume you could never compute the level of change and intensity that will be placed on your life.
Yeah, and the amount of judgment, you can't do anything without being judged for it. And I knew that going into Love Island, that I knew that would be the case. But I did also tell my friends and family, I'll be in there 2 days, no one will like me and I'll be out again. So I wasn't expecting to be in there as long as I was. No one can prepare you for it. But I think as well, because I came from Devon, I've now moved closer to London. I'm away from everything that's familiar to me, my friends, my family, my pets, my animal. I don't have any of that. So, that takes its toll as well. Luckily, I've got Teddy, and he has been the one thing that's got me through everything. He is literally my soulmate.
Look at you there.
My
so
gosh.
Cute.
But with that, I was just wondering, because I was, reading stuff, because you've been brought back into the conversation around Love Island this year in relation to how you were treated in there for perhaps having an outburst, as you mentioned, and how Jax has been treated. I know you said that, you haven't seen that much, but that his outbursts were treated much more fairly and that the producers stepped in and took control of the situation, whereas you were kind of left hang out to dry, and it's brought up this conversation about misogyny and sexism again. Do you think you were treated differently because you were a woman?
I don't think so. I don't think that comes into it. I think I was treated differently because I was a mouthy person. I think because I could hold my own. So, I didn't need anyone to step in for me. I didn't need that. Everything I said came out of my mouth. It was my words. So no, they showed what I said. And what I said was wrong at points. And I hold my hands up. However, it's allowed me to grow. So for that, I'm forever grateful.
And Faye, like we're saying, we've seen it now since 2015. Do you think people go into the Love Island villa now to find love, or is it all just for fame?
I think you can tell who is and who isn't. If you're going in there with management set up and people already waiting for the outside, already getting your work going, then you kind of maybe think they're going in there for fame, but that's not a bad reason. Other people have definitely gone in there for their careers. I took a sabbatical from work. I had even no idea what a manager was, and I came out and I was like, oh my god, I am out of my depth. Fair play to them. If they find love along the way, who's to say that they're in the wrong?
Fair. That's what the show is there for, to be fair. Now, Celebrity MasterChef is coming up and you are stepping into the kitchen. As you mentioned, you can be a bit mouthy. Add in food and a kitchen, which I think is one of the most stressful places in the entire world. How did that go, Faye?
Oh, I had Greg in there. So, I mean, he was great. I had John in there. So they kept me, those guys, I think they had me under lock and key, to be fair. They were like, well, if she's too stressed, we just won't go near her.
So how did you do?
Are you a good cook?
I mean, I'm all right. I've always been like, okay, I did GSCE catering. So, I mean, I must have been all right. I knew how to bake. But apart from that, I've really relied on my mum for a lot. But now I feel I'm like Michelin star. Teddy tries to go in the kitchen. I'm get out, it's my space.
And tell me, I mean, obviously you were saying you took a sabbatical from your job before Love Island, which was in real estate. So a UK version of selling sunsets. Oh, you'd be right up there, wouldn't you?
It would be my ultimate dream. To do something in property would be my dream. I never wanted to shy away from it or step away from it. So if I could, if there's any openings, I could definitely do a UK version.
There we go.
I would totally watch that.
I would
There'd
totally
be way more
watch it.
crack, I think, honestly. Way more fun. You're going to be on People Can Watch Celeb MasterChef, where you're doing your thing. Faye Winter, it's been a pleasure talking to you this morning. Thanks a million.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much, as always.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Lovely to see you.
The pleasure of a human. Very nice.
Sure. And Teddy is so lovely as well. They actually really do make a lovely couple.
Yeah,
They're really nice.
I just went on the Instagram. My God, they're an attractive couple together.
Very nice.
Lord help us.
And don't forget, you can watch Love Island nightly at 9 o'clock on Virgin Media 2 and catch up on the Virgin Media Player.